So that's my presentation. Any questions?
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
What's the square root of 52?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Now you might not get asked about mathematics, but I'm sure you have been asked a question which you've struggled to find an answer for. We call these questions killer questions, the ones which make you want to run away and hide from that audience. Now my name's Kyle Murtagh, I'm a public speaking coach, champion and author, and today I'm going to share with you 5 ways you can handle killer questions. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because every week I've got helpful public speaking videos that will take your presentations to the next level. Now the key with killer questions is to create time for yourself to think. Because often we actually do know the answer to the question, but what we do instead is we panic. We say, "Oh, I don't know." But by creating time for yourself, you give yourself an opportunity to come up with a good answer. So these 5 techniques are all designed to help you create some time to think after you've been asked the killer question. The first technique is to use the power of the pause. By staying quiet for just a few seconds, you give your brain an opportunity to come up with an answer. Now this technique does take courage because it feels awkward you saying nothing. However, know this. What feels like 10 seconds in your head is probably about 1 second in reality. So from the audience's perspective, it doesn't feel awkward at all. The second way to create time is by taking a drink. I love this technique because taking a drink is a very natural thing to do. And it gives you a great excuse to take a few extra seconds before responding. And you stay hydrated. Technique number 3 is to ask a question back. Now this could be as simple as asking the person, "Could you give me an example?" Or, "What do you mean by that?" These questions put the expectation of speaking on the audience member instead of you. The benefits of this are twofold. Number 1, it creates more time, which we know is important. And number 2, the response to that question should give you more clarity in terms of what the audience member is looking for in your answer. Technique number 4 is to defer the question. This is where you say something like, "I don't know the square root of 52, but I think my colleague Andrew does." Now, of course, this only works if you do have a colleague who knows the information in the room. But while you're listening to your colleague's answer, that extra time might help you come up with your own response, and then you can contribute to the question and the conversation. But be careful with this one. You don't want to say, "Oh, Andrew knows lots about maths." Meanwhile, Andrew's thinking, "What the f-?" The 5th and final technique is to be honest. If you've paused, if you've taken a drink, if you've asked a question back and you still don't know what to say, then you have to be honest. You have to say, "I don't know the square root of 52. But after this presentation, which was about public speaking skills, I'll get back to you via email with an answer." This way, you give yourself a lot of time to find the answer, and you keep your trust with the audience. Because if you start lying or making up fake answers, that's when that trust gets broken, and it's very, very difficult to get back. So now you know how to deal with killer questions. But you know what else you need to know? You need to know how to end your presentation in a compelling way. Check out this video to learn more on that. See you next time.